Most people want to reach their potential, but for that to happen, they have to make performing at a high level consistently just a part of who they are naturally. The problem is you'll never reach high performance as long as you procrastinate and stay bogged down with distractions. Because at first, the distraction here or there doesn't seem like a big deal, but distractions are like comfort food for the mind. At first, they feel good and they provide a temporary escape. They don't nourish your soul, they don't nourish your body, they don't nourish your mind, and they don't feed your ambition. In all honesty, they're two sides of the same coin, sapping your productivity and holding you back from reaching your goals. So that's why we got to do our best to get rid of them. So in this video, I'm going to help you guys understand why you procrastinate. I'm going to help you identify your sources of distractions, and I'm going to give you guys some actionable, practical strategies on how to kill them both forever. So y'all go ahead and hand me that spatula. I need my utensils because glass about to cook. So let's start with identifying your sources of distractions. And let's both of us just look each other in the eye and be real. You're probably on your phone right now. Well, look in your hand, because that right there is your biggest source of distraction. Humor me for a second. Go into your settings right now. Go to the screen time. Go to the weekly setting, and then leave me a comment below. Let me know how many hours you spent on social media on your highest day. I want to see the comments. So leave me a comment. Now I want you to take that number and multiply it by 7. And then I want you to multiply that number by 52. And then I want you to divide that number by 24. I know I'm over here acting like a goddamn math professor, but bro, just entertain me for a second. Guys, the funny thing is, anytime I take someone's phone and do that experiment with them, it never comes up less than they spend 30 to 50 days a year on social media. 30 to 50 days. Do you have any idea what you could accomplish in 30 to 50 days? That's a rhetorical question. Please don't answer it. You can accomplish a lot. Guys, just over the last 30 days, I've made 15 YouTube videos. And for me, you know, they're not performing that great or whatever, but for somebody else, those 15 videos might blow them up. It might make YouTube a career for them. It might make them not have to work at the job they hate anymore. It might give them time, freedom, and flexibility. You get what I'm saying? You can do a lot in 30 to 50 days. In addition, I have something else to help you guys identify your sources of distraction. I want you to go through this week. This is a challenge to you. Go through this week. Keep a distraction log. Anytime you get distracted or anything that takes up too much of your time, I want you to just write it down. Don't get mad at yourself. Don't change anything yet. Let's just observe ourselves and see what it is that's actually distracting us. This will help us come up with a strategy to eliminate that. Now on to understanding procrastination and why we do it. Listen, let me tell you guys, procrastination is a big issue for a lot of folks out there, and they just don't want to admit it. But let me tell you this, procrastination can ruin anything from your personal life to your damn career. But the worst part is, a lot of us don't even know why we do it at all. Ain't that crazy? We've all been there. You sit down to do a task, you have your mind set on this task and you're going to do it. And we sit down, and before we know it, hours have passed and we still ain't got nothing done. We're still looking at our phone. We're still staring. And if that don't sound familiar, I know you're lying. Listen, procrastination is a sneaky beast that will hold most people from reaching their potential, but it's not completely their fault. It's not your fault. Procrastination is a complex behavior that's caused by a lot of stuff, whether that's field failure, lack of motivation, bad time management skills. But procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's a behavior with strong scientific backing on how our brain works. But by understanding the science of procrastination, we can take back control and turn procrastination from our enemy to our ally. Let me tell you right now, that shit ain't easy. But that's because distractions are everywhere and they're stealing your time, your productivity, your focus, your efficiency. But you ain't got to be a victim, bro, because with the right tools, you can reclaim your focus. So what is the secret weapon, Glass? Well, here are my exact strategies for overcoming distractions. First, you got to identify your biggest distractions. If you don't know what they are, good luck stopping them, bro. Secondly, you got to turn off notifications on your phone. Turn all of them off, bro. There's nothing worse than sitting down at your desk, getting ready to really put in that work, and then your friend calls you complaining about the ex-girlfriend that they've been complaining about for the last 6 months, and you're just wondering, why won't they leave? Why won't you just go find someone else to date? And now you're all distracted and you ain't got shit done. That was extreme. Turn your notifications off because that shit can be discussed later. Third, you got to set limits for social media usage. And guys, I use apps and all kinds of stuff to do this, or I just completely eliminate social media altogether. Next, you got to create an environment that supports deep work. And guys, this is important. Our brain works off triggers. For example, if you had something traumatic happen to you while eating cake, the very next time or sometime long in the future, the next time you eat cake, you're going to relive that traumatic experience that you had because it's associated with the cake you ate. But you can use this to help. Guys, right now I have a standing desk. I have created a custom focus playlist on YouTube. And so guys, when I come to this desk, when I raise the desk up, when I turn that playlist on, my body, my mind is instantly triggered right there. It's triggered to get into a focused state, to get into a place where we can do deep work, because I have been triggering my mind to do this all the time. I've been training my mind to do this, right? Because now every time I stand my desk up, turn that playlist on, it takes me back to the first moment I did that and achieved focus. That is how you can train your brain That's how you can use triggers to help you create an environment that can support you getting away from your distractions and doing deep work. The next thing you need to do is time blocking. And this is great because you can set a specific time during the day for when you can handle all your degenerate stuff. Whatever y'all doing out there, y'all can handle it during that time. And then you set other times to handle your main task. Guys, don't just let anyone call you at any time or text people back at any time. Do those in designated sections of your day. Lastly, ask yourself what activities you can do today that will make the biggest impact towards your goals. Guys, and this one is important because, man, just because you're busy does not mean you're productive. Guys, I know so many girls that clean their house for 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm not talking for the week, nigga. I'm talking every single day. And while a good clean house is great, while it does kind of help, being organized does make you feel good, is that really getting you towards your goals? If your goal is to become a social media influencer, is you cleaning your house for 5 hours a day, does that help you? No. Are you busy? Yes. But did you make any progress? Hell no, you didn't. Sorry, guys. I got really frustrated with that because I'm like, I'm not the cleanest nigga in the world, but damn, maybe I should clean 30 minutes a day, but I ain't spending 3 hours a day cleaning. I got too much shit to do. You feel me? So by asking yourself this question, guys, you're going to be able to do the activities that actually get you towards your goals. Now, speaking of goals, here's how I killed that nasty cockroach called procrastination once and for all. The first thing I did and that you need to do is realize when you're procrastinating. Again, I'm sorry to repeat this. Awareness of something gives you the ability to actually change it. You need to know when you're procrastinating. That's the first step. Next, you got to find out why you're procrastinating. And I mean, get to the root cause. What is holding you back from taking action? Is it fear of failure? Is it lack of motivation? Does it overwhelm you? Does it seem too intimidating? Whatever it is, you need to find it and identify it quick. The next thing you can do is break your projects up into small, manageable tasks. And I cannot stress how important this is. The way our brain works is it is designed to keep us away from fear. It is designed to run away from that. So what you do when you give yourself this big project to do, just kind of one big project, your brain gets intimidated. That seems dangerous to it. It's like, damn, how the hell am I going to get all the way to step Z, the end of this project when I ain't even started? For your brain, it's kind of like it pulled up to Mount Everest thinking it was going to climb it, looking up to the top of the mountain thinking, damn, how the hell am I going to ever get there? The truth is, winners don't do this. Winners don't look at the top of the mountain thinking, how am I going to get there? They don't focus on the top of the mountain. Guess what they focus on? They focus on the next step. They focus on one step at a time. And then by repeatedly doing that, they reach the top of the mountain. So that's what you need to do by breaking your projects up into small, manageable tasks. All you're doing is completing one step at a time. And when you're doing that, you're building confidence and you're building momentum to actually get to the end of the project. You see what I'm saying? Confidence and momentum does wonders for anybody trying to achieve their goal. And I know I already covered this because I just went on a rant about it. I was supposed to save it for now, but the next thing you need to do is change your mindset and build momentum. Guys, with each step you take up that mountain, you're going to build momentum and confidence, guys. So you need to change your mindset. If you don't achieve the goal immediately, guys, don't be disappointed. Don't hate yourself. You need to start thinking of it as progress over perfection. Every little step you take, that's something you should be congratulated on, something that you should be proud of yourself for. Momentum and doing all that, guys, helps you with achieving goals. Lastly, you got to reward yourself, not for completing the goal, because the truth is we don't know when that's going to happen, but you need to reward yourself for each step you take, because that is setting up a reward system. Your brain craves that. It craves that dopamine. It craves that reward. So by doing that, you are now tricking your brain into doing the work that you want it to do because it knows it's going to get a reward. So don't just focus on the big goal. Focus and congratulate yourself with each step. Now, guys, you finally have all the tools, all the knowledge, all the information you need in regards to killing procrastination and distractions for good. Now, all that's left for you to do is apply it and go take some action, because you're a winner and winners win.